steep incline from the tee. And what a lovely view from the top of the hill.
Yes, and of course there's great fishing around here. Seve, that's one of his great pastimes. He goes out nearly every time he's home. He goes out usually in the mornings and does a bit there with those locals. And the food in Pedrena, let me tell you, is something out of this world.
It really is quite a tranquil sight. But not so for Payne Stewart. He's not actually in the sand, but he may have been better in it. Having to use a lofted club there to get the elevation. And as Roddy said, no hope of reaching the green in two, but it's left him in good position for the third shot. Quite strange you're talking about the fishing, Roddy. That's Payne Stewart's hobby, and also Tom Watson as well.
Here they are, look at them. They're like a committee meeting on every shot, isn't it? Now he's decided on a 4-iron, and the breeze coming from his left to right here, uphill.
Nice crisp iron shot once again from Olazabal. Now he's pushed that a fraction, and there's one or two problems off the right edge of the green. But he's okay. He's just off the very edge of the putting surface, and that's what he has left for his third shot.
So a little escape from Jose Maria there.
Oh, just insinuating that the wind tugged it over to the right, but it's okay. They're in better position than the Americans. Remember, Stewart had to lay up quite a bit short, and this is what Watson has left for his third.
Yes, this pin is just tucked about 6 yards over the cross bunkers. You see, that's almost a seaside shot, this, and I'd be really surprised if Watson could stop this ball. He played it that all crisp with the sand wedge. Oh, that's a marvellous golf shot. Really exquisite touch from Watson.
Well, he's renowned as one of the finest wedge players in golf, and he gave us every proof of it there. What a beautiful shot. Look at that.
And of course, interesting here, Seve's just built another 9 holes around the perimeter of this golf course. You see the trees down there. There's another hole behind that. What a marvellous place. You can see why he loves to come home here, to get into the tranquility and the beauty of these surroundings. Now, a little pitch and run again, up the hill, quite slow. Those magical hands. Has he given it enough? Well, he's angry with himself on that one. He knows that chip so well.
Treating this match as if it is a Ryder Cup match. Trying so hard, 100% concentration. Olazabal for a birdie. Beautiful putt. Firm uphill into the middle of the hole. Read the green, absolutely perfect. And this is a very, very difficult putt that Payne Stewart has.
It is. He's got to be very careful of it. You can see he's taking his time. Of course, they are 2 down. Can't afford any more mistakes. That's a marvellous 4 from the Americans. Well saved. They're battling away.
An excellent save from the Americans, but they're 2 down against the Spanish duo as the match enters the back 9. Will Olazabal and Ballesteros be victorious, or will Payne Stewart and Tom Watson come back on the final 9 holes? More action after the break. Well, this is the 11th and the second shot of Olazabal. Ballesteros found the fairway once again off the tee. Difficult stance, this ball, quite a bit above him.
No.
He doesn't like it. No, I don't know why. That's an excellent shot from that distance.
Yes, Seve knew how good that one is, because the pin here is tucked on the right, and you cannot afford to be right of the pin. It's one of the only the 2 par 5s that they've played so far. He said that ball is very strong. It flies off the club. Now Watson, watching the second shot of Stewart anxiously, he's going with the 2-iron and is playing off that left to right slope. Difficult shot. I suppose more difficult because they're 2 down. There you see the pin just flickering away there on the right-hand side of the green. Doesn't like it as a 4 as it's heading towards the... No. And it's outside the crowd, and that is in an almost impossible position where the pin is today. Of course, that's the beauty of local knowledge. I think Seve probably told Jose Maria to keep on the left here.
Well, the gallery's beginning to swell by the minute, trundling down this beautiful 11th fairway. Watson's played some wonderful wedge shots over the first 10 holes, but this is such a difficult shot. It has to be judged to perfection. Get some elevation quickly. Up comes the club. Plays it well. Is it far enough? It's 6 inches short. And Watson's head drops. That was so nearly a good golf shot. And already things beginning to look really quite bright for the Spanish duo.
Yes, you see, they're so intimidating as a pair. Look at them. They are always walking around together, looking at everything. They are truly a team, and this has, of course, been their great strength over the year. And Watson there gambling with the shot because he really knows they're not going to take 3 putts here. But this is a long, long putt. On the back of this, just off the back of the green. And you have to hit it quite firmly. Has he given it enough? Well, again, with a partner like Jose Maria, he won't be all that worried about it. If it was anybody else, you might be, but he's such a great short putter, the man from San Sebastian.
Yes, you talk about the intimidation of the Spanish duo. They're always chattering away in Spanish as well. I just wonder if that gives them an edge.
Well, certainly distract the other fellas. I mean, they do a lot of talking. Now, Stewart really has to hold this one. Oh, I'm playing a very delicate shot. Oh! And almost did hold it. A warm, appreciative applause there from the gallery.
Lovely touch from Stewart. But the Spaniards will have a putt to win the hole no matter what. Watson for a par 5. And once again, the putt goes astray. He didn't miss too many of these when he won 5 British Open championships. So the hole conceded, and Ballesteros and Olazabal go 3 up. And really, Watson and Stewart are going to have to produce something pretty remarkable over the closing 6 holes as we move to the par 3 12th, 153 metres. And that's just under 170 yards. Playing today a 6-iron. Olazabal with a tee shot.
It's the wind from right to left here. Pin on the right-hand side of the green. You know, he tried that old punch shot, and you can see that he's absolutely disgusted with it. It's heading straight left. And it caught that tree and jumped back into this left-hand bunker. So an opening for the Americans, and they certainly do need one at this point in the match. 3 down against this formidable duo on their home course is really asking a lot of them to get back into the match.
Payne Stewart also with the 6-iron, ball back in the stance. And just coaxing that one through. Now that started left. Let's see if it's coming back. And it isn't. And it shows you how well bunkered this Real Pedrena course is. Quite small greens, small targets to hit. And it may look easy in yardage. It certainly isn't to play. That's what they have left. Difficult bunker shot, 25 yards. And so much depends on the lie. This is one time when you don't want the ball to be sitting up.
There you got a great shot of the feel in the hands. He plays the game totally by feel, Seve, as he sees the shot. He's making up this one. Sand is a little bit wet. Probably hit it a bit firmer than normal. Look how he flopped that one out. Oh, magician. Marvellous shot. Really, he hasn't. They won't even open the door a crack for the Americans.
Well, unless the Americans can produce something special from the sand, they could well go 4 down here at 12. Just a quite brilliant recovery shot from Seve. We've come to expect it over the years.
interesting to see Watson with a completely different method out of the bunker. He's much less feel, more orthodox, more methodical. More the classic splash shot, but every bit as efficient.
These two players have won 13 major championships between them, Watson and Ballesteros. Payne Stewart with 2, the US Open in 1991 and the US PGA back in 1988. A lot of pressure too, I think, on Olazabal, Roddy, to win a major.
Yes, I think people have probably expect him to win before now, but I don't think it'll be too long before he puts one in the bag. Now Stewart, putting first here, and really must hold this putt. Big break on it from his right. Oh, he completely misread that one.
Through there,
And you can see the heads beginning to drop here as the two Spanish players just get into the stride, and they're marching up the fairways ahead of them. They're yapping away.
Pero muy poco, ¿eh?
A little, says Seve, only a little.
un poco templada, Seve, ¿eh? Media bola cae. Por fuera. No, del hoyo, no. Media bola cae nada más.
He said it's just one ball, and look at the way he takes control of the captaincy, full of confidence. He's been doing it for 7 years with this man, and what a partnership. Well, they were both right in the end, and that's a win for Spain. And they go into a commanding position of 4-up.
Both sides have driven here at the 13th, and Olazabal once again chatting away to Seve, trying to get the picture right in the mind, the visual image.
Just a little 7-iron punched out of that taggy little semi-rough. And if that gets through there, it'll run down the hill and leave it in an almost impossible position.
Yeah, I don't think the Spanish galleries will give that one the Ollie, Roddy.
No. Stewart may have been able to learn from that when he's just about 15 yards further on. He's able to go in here with an 8-iron. He badly needs to pull something spectacular out of the bag. Lovely looking swing. Oh, and a fine shot. So a little bit of a ray of sunlight for the Americans, but certainly against the two Spaniards, very, very difficult. It's great to see these two. I remember in the early days when Jose Maria in the Ryder Cup was playing with Seve, and Tony Jacklin said to him, "I'm not sure he's playing well enough, Seve. Should we put him in the team?" He said, "I take care of him. You give him to me. We will take care of everybody. You give Jose Maria to me." And you can just see how well they've gelled over the years.
Well, it's a familiar sight now when these two play. Both equally as good as the other with the wedge. Early wrist break, just tossing the club under the ball, and look at that. Just look at the touch in that shot. Almost impossible to leave it short of the hole coming down the hill, and immediately Olazabal's in there to mark it. I wouldn't fancy playing them, that's for sure.
They just don't make a mistake. I mean, they get it up and down from everywhere. They'd break your heart, and they've almost broken the heart of these Americans. Watson for a birdie to get one back. As he hit it, that looked very good going up at the hole. People never know whether he's grimacing or smiling.
That one conceded by Ballesteros. So for the first time in a few holes, the Spaniards needing to hole a putt to half the hole. They're 4-up, remember. And this to go 4-up and 5 to play.
And how many of these has he holed over the years playing with Seve? I remember one great one in Muirfield Village in the Ryder Cup in the 18th, just like this. And he forever seems to knock them in. What a great pairing. Now, this is the shot that faces